Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good week so far, and we got the metal flavor vape story time. Now, a little background story. I'm telling you this because I was gonna put it in the title, but I didn't know what to call it. This is the best name I could come up with. But there was this time, right, that me, my friend, and this other dude, we tripped, right? We took LSD acid, and we hit the same vape, right, that had died earlier in the day, right? We recharged it like 5 times, hit it to the point where you'll see, I'll get there, right? So we start the day and we go over to this kid's house where we always go when we would trip, right? And I never really took shrooms with this group besides my one friend, but never around the other kid, right? Only acid. And I really only did it for like one summer, right? Right around or right before I got my license. I did a lot of LSD, or maybe it was the year after. Either way, it doesn't matter. It was like for an entire summer, right? But besides that, never really did it again. Don't plan on doing it again. But for any of you that know that have tripped before, nicotine when you're tripping is 100 times better than it normally is, right? Like I'm just trying to think. Maybe not, I can't remember about cigarettes, but at least vapes, like a normal vape hit, if you're addicted or whatever, you hit it, you're like, nice, right? Like, that's cool. But you don't even think about it half the time just because you're so used to it, right? When you're tripping, every hit is like heaven, dude, I swear. And I'm not talking about weed. I'm just talking about straight nicotine, right? And I remember, like, I hate mango flavoring things or like pineapple or I'm trying to think, just things like that, right? Like, I'm okay with like normal flavor. Well, I guess everybody has an opinion, so I guess they're not normal flavors, but I'm okay with like strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, but I don't like the like tropical fruits. I don't even know what you call them, right? But not a fan of pineapple, mango, any of those. If you had a mango vape, dude, or a mango jewel pod, I would have loved it when we were tripping, right? So that's just the comparison. Like, you love it way more. So we get there, and I had this Posh, right? It was back when the Poshes had the gravelly bottoms. Do you remember that? It was like not the original Poshes, because the original ones were square, right? And those are the same ones that I used to hide in my waistband at school. But the circular ones, the very first circular ones, they had these gravelly bottoms, and you'd hit it and it would turn red on the bottom, right? It would almost look like a cigar if you were in the dark, right? Or maybe a blunt. So we all had those, right? But I can't remember if it was me or my friends, right? But we had one and it had already died, right? Like, it died during the day before we were tripping, and we had recharged it once or maybe twice before we started tripping, right? Well, eventually what happens, we take acid, right? And we'd always take it real late at night, like 10 o'clock or midnight, and then just trip throughout the night and sleep the next day, right? That's usually how it would go. And we'd always walk around, right? So the acid starts to kick in and we go for a walk, and I don't know how long, because your time reference, your frame of time when you're tripping is everywhere. Like, you have no idea how fast time's going, right? It may feel really slow, it may feel really fast. Just depends on your mindset and how things are going, right? So we kill our vapes. I don't know how long it took, but me and the other kid, not my friend, but me and the other dude, we killed our vapes completely, right? Like, we couldn't hit them, we couldn't recharge them, we'd used them all up. Well, we started using our friends, right? Which we had to recharge a second time. And then soon we had to recharge it a third time, right? And it probably, like, sober, tasted so bad, right? Like, tasted like straight metallic. And even when you were tripping, you could taste like, there's gonna be a little like feeling here when you hit nicotine, of course, like that cool feeling, or like just that throat hit, right? The only thing you could taste was hot metal when you were hitting this thing. But we started tripping so hard, like we started peaking right around the third or fourth time we were recharging it. So we literally, the only thing while we were doing while we were tripping, when we were peaking, was sitting in this dude's room playing music, right? We kept changing, putting on songs, like, you get a turn, you get a song, you get a song. That's what we were doing, right? While we're doing that, the only other activity was hit the metal Posh, recharge it some more so the next person can hit it. Then I would hit it, recharge it, give it to my friend, right? Now let me just tell you this. Eventually, you know how it goes. We get tired. You're still tripping, but like you're so tired that you don't even care, right? Like, because if you're trying to sleep while you're peaking, no way. But if it's like hour 10 or hour 11 out of 12 hours and you're like barely feeling it, maybe just like things when you close your eyes, you're usually able to fall asleep, right? So I remember waking up and I slept on the floor, right? I woke up and I just felt disgusting, which is usually how you felt after a trip, right? But my chest was hurting like a bitch. Like it was burning. It just felt like I couldn't take like a deep breath. My friends were the same way, or my friend and the other dude, right? They were both like, oh, our lungs hurt, right? And I asked him to hit his posh, and you know, like, you remember your trip when it's the night after. Like, I remember that the posh wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it just wasn't in my mind, right? I was just looking forward to nicotine in the morning. So I grabbed this posh, right? And I rip it, dude. And I almost threw up immediately. It tasted so fucking bad. It tasted so bad. It tasted horrendously bad. And it was hot, and it was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It literally tasted like if you got a empty cart and you were just ripping the metal the whole time. Like, that's exactly what it tasted like. It tasted horrible. Barely any smoke came out, but if it did came out, like, the way it tasted, I bet it would be like black smoke, dude. It was so gross. It was disgusting. But the thing that's so nasty about that is we spent like 5 hours, dude, of just recharging, hitting, recharging, hitting, recharging, hitting. So we thought it tasted not fine, but better than it actually was. So we probably cooked our lungs, dude. Me and my friend were talking about this yesterday. We ripped that thing all night. And you shouldn't even recharge a disposable vape if you're not supposed to, right? We had to literally, like, take the top off, take the battery out, use these chopped up wires to recharge it. Like, do you guys remember when you could hit a cart by using that Android charger? Or maybe it was iPhone, but I think it was Android, right? And you'd cut it and there'd be a red circuit and a black circuit. And you'd put it like on the cart and on the bottom of the cart and you could rip it. Well, you could also charge vapes that way, right? So that's what we did. We had to literally like do all those little things while tripping acid with live electricity, dude. Just a wild concept, and I don't think my lungs will ever recover from that, dude, because I can't take a deep breath now, and I know that's because I've been vaping since I was like 13 or whatever, but I still blame that night, dude. That must have caused damage or like sent a few bad cells in there. I don't know, but that could not have been good for us, dude. We were hitting this metal vape like there was no tomorrow. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any experience like that, let me know. Comment it. I want to hear about it. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you comment, I'll answer all the positive ones. And if you ever need anything, you're going through something, my Instagram's linked in the more info, the YouTube channel info. It's also the same name as my YouTube name, so you can search me up, DM me, and I'll get back to you within a day. But thanks for watching. Be safe, and peace out.